Welcome to the Asylum, the number one place for your toy and collectible fix. Receive the help you need only at the Asylum. We hope you enjoy your visit. Yes.
Welcome one and all, Mike of the Asylum here. I've not been feeling 100% the last couple of days and didn't want to be in front of the camera, as I hope you can understand. I don't look great on a good day, so imagine how I look after a couple of bad ones. Because of this, the episode is going all in podcast style. Now, it's been a long couple of weeks here at the Asylum, but they've been productive and eye-opening. First of all, on a slightly unrelated note, CJ of the Asylum and I celebrated our 10-year anniversary. That's right, we've been together 10 years and she still hasn't killed me for the mass amount of toys in the house. I know that makes me one of the few lucky ones out there. Unknown to me as my anniversary gift, she had been in talks with our good friend Iain Buchanan in regard to designing a mascot for the Asylum based on a description I mentioned in a past conversation. I now have the concepts for him and he looks amazing. Iain is best known as one of the illustrators on Panini's Ninja Turtle comic book, Titan's Crazy Bones comic book, Beside the Seaside, a short story included in Brighton the graphic novel, Downhill Racers and much more. So to have such a talent take the reins on this project is a true honour. I look forward to sharing the finished design with you as soon as he's ready. Once the mascot has been completed, I'll be taking the appropriate steps towards fleshing him out in a prototype action figure. From there I hope to put together a Kickstarter campaign and produce him as a limited edition release. Once again, as always, I'll be sure to keep you updated on this as it develops. In terms of the more immediate present, I'm finally taking the steps towards opening the Asylum's first shop. I've had my eye on a couple of locations, but they've unfortunately fallen through. Now, of course, my top requirements are location and cost, so it won't be an instantaneous thing. However, it is now top of my priority list to take the Asylum out of the ether and bring it to the people. This has always been a goal of mine, but for some reason had always taken a backseat to daily operations. I'm letting you know now that this is no longer the case, but is proven to be quite a challenge. Now, whilst I've been looking at shops, I've been working out and refining the aesthetics for when it happens. I want to create a unique experience and not just another comic book shop. The details still aren't ironed out, but it's definitely moving in the right direction. The only thing that will get in my way is my budget, but there's nothing a little elbow grease and creativity can't work around. Another priority I'm taking into consideration is space. Now, I know it seems like a no-brainer, but in an ideal world I'd love to set up a small YouTube studio and have seating for patrons to relax, play games and other activities. I can't mention what those activities are at this point because I don't believe in giving away all my ideas. Plus, I don't want to seem like I'm making promises I can't keep. As we all know from experience, anything can change at any given moment. Let's just say it won't be your average comic book shop. As well as working toward the shop, I've also been conceptualising ideas for the Asylum Show. I've worked out the different types of shows I'll be producing, as well as refining the show schedule. What I mean by this is that I don't think the current format works, especially from a production perspective with low-end tech. I use my iPhone for filming, outdated software for audio, and a 2008 iMac to edit, which takes between 6 and 12 hours to render just 10 minutes of video. On top of that, I want to get a little more in depth in my writing and concepts, which also takes a lot of time. From my experience since starting the channel in April, creating a longer show with 2 to 3 segments every week or fortnight is very difficult. Also, it clutters the content in a way that isn't very viewer friendly. What I'll be doing from here on in is separating all the segments and delivering a strong piece every 2 weeks. As you know by now, I'm not a full-time YouTuber and work completely alone on all things Asylum, so to offer what I consider to be high-end content isn't possible if I limit the time it takes to work on it, hence these changes. In regard to the types of shows I'll produce, they'll be as follows. So I'll be retaining the closer look / reviews and extending those to toys, comic books, TV shows, movies, and anything else that can be conventionally reviewed or that I feel I have a unique perspective on. In a similar vein, I'll be offering comparative reviews. What these will do is take a look at anything that's been adapted for a new audience, such as books or comics adapted to film and TV, movie franchise reboots, old versus new toy comparisons, and basically anything that has a direct link that can be compared. These would follow a similar format to the Ninja Turtle figure comparison I did in episode 6 of the Asylum Show, but I'll be covering things in a little more detail. I'll of course be keeping my top 10 obscure list segments. I have loads of fun researching for those and really enjoy delving deep into all things pop culture. It offers a great way to weed out the real from the rumour and I treat all my findings like a journalist, ensuring I get at least 2 reliable sources per fact if necessary. Last but not least will be the Asylum Showcase. These are my toy hunting, personal and stock pickup shows. I will try to do these more often than the other pieces just because they require less legwork. As the title implies, these videos are simply to showcase what comes through the doors of the Asylum and is a great way to keep up to date on new stock and my personal collection. And that about wraps up where the Asylum Show is heading and is a little insight into what to expect. I also offer Patreon exclusive content which I've set up in a blog format. These include lots of different incentives such as show notes and photo galleries, and then once I hit my first goal it will also include gift voucher and t-shirt giveaways and other things depending on your subscription level. For more information on this, please visit patreon.com/theasylumshow. Finally, on the agenda for this episode, I just want to let you know that the Asylum is still running some great special offers, including 10% off all orders over £30 using promo code TCA10, 20% off all comics, trade paperbacks and graphic novels using promo code COMIC20, and UK residents can take advantage of free shipping on all orders over £15. No code required for this, so you can use it in conjunction with either of the other 2 offers mentioned. And that's about it for this episode. I'll be uploading a closer look video for the LEGO Star Wars Bounty Hunter Speeder Bike Battle Pack in the next couple of days to make up for the lack of pop culture in this one, so keep your eyes peeled for that. As always, if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you're first to know when future videos are uploaded. If you haven't already, you can find the Asylum on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links for those in the description below. I've been Mike, and I'll catch you in the Asylum soon.